Generation Z.
Really?
I want to teach you history. And people who are here, you need to understand what I'm about to say. Kenya as a country was colonized in 1920. In 1920. Now we have got 104 years. But 2 years after colonization of Kenya, there was an uprising. That is 1922. And those were young people by that time. They were also young. They were in their 20s and teens. There was an element of this formal education was not there at that point. If there were people who were educated by that time, they were very few. And that's when people like Harry took, they were fighting for something. And they were youth. They were not adults. Fast forward in the 40s, there were people who were also fighting for something in this republic. This individual, for example, this individual who was killed, Kimathi. Dedan Kimathi. Before the emergency of 1952, they made an uprising in the late 40s. They were fighting for something. Immediately before independence in this republic, there was also an uprising for the negotiation of Kenya, the people of Kenya, and Wazungu at Lancaster. For them to sit down. There was a Lancaster House conference. Lancaster ni okay, nisaidie Okanga pia ni ndugu yetu. Can you explain me? Let me explain to you. There was a negotiation, Mr. Speaker. There was a negotiation, Okanga. There was a negotiation between the black Kenyans.
Akiweza kubadilisha kwa Kiswahili mpaka umalize na kupea sawa.
So let me continue. So what am I saying? In 19 after the death
kwa matanga
after the death okay, thank you much, thank you Okanga. I'm talking of Lancaster Conference of 1961. And there's also, after the death of the first president of the Republic of Kenya, there were also uprising at that time. That's why there was an attempt coup of 1982. Coming forward, there was also a certain uprising between 1988 to 1991. People wanted multi-party. IPPG of 1997 also happened in this country. And these things were happening to young people who are doing these things. It was majorly young people doing these things so that Kenya can move from one place to the other. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, for us to get... Mr. Speaker, for us to get the new constitution of 2010, there was post-election violence in this country.
Violence?
And you remember very well that a majority of people who died were youths. That is 2007, 2008.
Mwaka wa 2007.
Omosh. I'll have you worse than you.
Sorry.
So, Mr. Speaker, hao wenye wanapiga kelele niachie tu dili lao. Hao hawezi nipigia kelele.
You are the speaker, Mr. Speaker. You are the speaker. Don't allow.
Umenyonga simu. Nimeona amecall online.
Hatusikii kizungu ni maana.
Majority of people who died, according to human rights report, they were averaging of 1,300. Over 99% of these people were youths. We can note that. And that's why the promulgation of Constitution of 2010 came about. Promulgation of 2010, that's new Constitution. So there are this new generation calling themselves Generation Z. They have come about to ensure that there is a seriousness on how the leadership of this country going forward. But there are con men who are coming about. They are con men, Mr. Speaker. You know, these individuals are coming about to ensure that the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Parliament of Kenya, the Judiciary of Kenya, they work for the people. But there are these con men who are coming about all the time, that because they have calculated that now, when people were going for demonstration before 25th of last month, people were going for financial bill, and if you can remember. But along the way, an individual is coming about that Ruto must go. Mr. Speaker, we are going to demonstrate against financial bill. But because we are in our thousands and millions, now you are coming that Ruto must go. Now, Ruto is gone. Who takes over? Because there is no power in vacuum, Mr. Speaker. Always. There is no power in vacuum power. There is no vacuum in power. And we want to state it very clear. In this, our current dispensation and this constitution, we know very well that at the moment that the president is away, the deputy takes over. So we know that this individual is the beneficiary of this thing. So for you, because we are demonstrating against the financial bill, and you are telling us now Ruto must go, now you are the one fueling this thing. This is a coup using young people to do an imaginary coup for yourself and your cronies. So Mr. Speaker, I'm not even talking to you. Mr. Speaker, going forward, William Samoei Kipchirchir Ruto, and I want to be very categorical on this. This individual, he should not mismanage Kenya. He is giving these individuals, these conmen, an opportunity to instigate violence using our youth for their own selfish benefits. If William Ruto can ensure that the economy of Kenya is good, these youth cannot be here now that tomorrow or any other day they can demonstrate against him. But he is giving this opportunity by mismanaging the country. Mr. Speaker. So now Raila Amolo Odinga is helping you, he is advising us, and we have agreed that going forward there is no mandamano. We have agreed that there is no mandamano going forward. But we are giving him time to implement few things that he has promised. Because we will be back. But we are not giving governments from a certain corner of the republic an opportunity that they want to go for presidency using backdoor. No way. And I'm telling you, this one, we are echoing it from